All right, what up, world? Your boy Team Brian James here. We're going to go over this new XP slider, see how it works. So it's adjust how your players get XP. Adjust them from getting 100, and I guess it goes all the way up to 300. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna force win my team and see if we can get an opportunity to see what the XP look like after. Matter of fact, let me see if I got the XP right now. Use all my XP up for my quarterback, so I don't have any. We can get like a real number on what the XP look like for winning and reaching those goals. Let's see, game prep. Is it there? I'll just progress right here. Player progression. Let's see. Alright, so you see they got the little 200. That's for the preseason. That ain't really much. So he has 210 XP right now. So I moved it all the way up to the max to see what he would get if I force win for one game, if he had a great game and everything. So we play the Buccaneers. Let's see, Titans. Let's go force win. And then we're gonna advance the league. Get an idea of what, if this is worth deleting your league over. Like, is it really worth deleting your league over? Let's see. Starting over.
Check out game prep before this week's game.
So we're going into week 2. Let's see what kind of XP Mariota got. Mariota got 1,704 XP, which isn't too bad. It was at the max, so he got 1,700 boost XP for winning my running backs XP. So the quarterback, I put him to the max. I'm gonna put my running back to the max too. I moved the running back over to 178. I want to look at what he is now, what kind of XP he got now. So you move it to the max, gets you into the 1,000 range per game, per winning game, I should say. Is it worth restarting your league over? I personally, no, I don't think so. But to each his own, Let's see what my running back got, because I actually did move his slider over a little bit to 300. So let's see what he got. Well, both my running backs got over 1,000 XP, and I just barely moved it over. He only got a 2 touch. Well, he didn't even get a touchdown. He broke the 100-yard mark, and he got 2 touchdowns. So, yeah, I guess they achieved their goals. That's a lot more XP. So, at this rate, your players, because the stuff is cheap, at the beginning of the year, especially if you got young players. So that move his carrying up to that 80. So a player that's like in the 70 should be like 88 to 90 with the XP sliders up. And I don't know if that's what you really want to do. You want to move your players up so everybody has 90 players at the end of the season. But this also gives the worst teams like the Jaguars or Titans, for instance, the not so good teams, an opportunity to get better. But it makes the good teams great already, so keeps them great. So I don't know, depends on how you look at it. But the confidence, they corrected the confidence meter. They've done he has done everything you've pretty much asked for or requested in Connected Franchise in regards to the XP and confidence. I should say they gave you a confidence slider now, which I think is more than enough. Like, this is what you guys wanted, so you guys have it now. Let's see. I moved the running back over. I'm gonna see if we can force another win, and see if we can get see what we can get if I maxed out the running backs on XP. So let's see if we get juiced up. Let's get juiced up. Got the whole team on had the whole team on Balco. Let's see. Let's see. Advance.
Check out game prep before this week's game to earn
Gain the
XP
2,000
and
3,000
boost
range.
player
I'm pretty
confidence.
upset. Look at that, 3,000. 3,000. You put him up into the 3,000 range and the 300 range. Max the running backs out and look at him. 3,000 XP. I didn't spend his XP though, so he had 1,000. So he pretty much got about 2,000 XP for the second game. He got 2 touchdowns. So I don't know. It's up to you guys. Mariota, he's in the 2,000 range now. So I guess he threw for a couple more touchdown passes and stuff like that. So if you're winning, you get rewarded. I don't think it's too much. It's too excessive, but it's a little bit more than what you're getting opposed to 300 XP, 400 XP for a good game. You have a great game, you only get 400 XP. I think that's a little, But is it worth deleting your league over? Not really, because you can if you have a team that you still have the off season, you still have free agency, you have the draft, which if you draft right, you should be able to get better. Otherwise, but usually the guys that are screaming that they need more XP are the guys that are losing, and if you're losing anyway, you really won't get that much XP because you're losing, regardless if you got, well, maybe if you're meeting your team goals and your confidence goals and stuff like that, your team will get better. But, yeah, you guys got to be productive. The guys that get the XP are the guys that produce. So if you do have a player on your team that's producing, but he may be on a bad team, he might get a lot of XP.
Player progression.
All right, Bishop Sankey got 3,000. 3,000. Let's see if we can see what that takes him up to. I'm gonna go through a whole season and see the game prep sliders what his overall goes up to. He started off as a 77, so he's a 78 now. By week 4, he's a 78. Let's see. I'm gonna advance again. This is just let me add some XP to the receivers as well. Let's see, receivers. Move the receivers up to about if it's 100. Let's move it up to about 150. I think this is if you're gonna move it, the halfway mark. You know what I mean? Like the halfway mark shouldn't be too bad. Where you got, everybody's not getting too juiced up, but at the same time, you're not getting robbed for your production. I think you should have it at pretty much the halfway mark because it's kind of button to reset it at any time if you want to go back to the default settings. Let's see. Here we go. We're gonna sim the whole season now. That way we're not just going week by week. Sim to playoffs. Let's go to the playoffs. See how they look after the playoffs. When the players get their awards and etc. Yeah, I think this is a great thing. It could be a great thing or it could be a bad thing. Depends on the commissioner. It's all based on the commissioner. It's commissioner based. I think it's awesome. Personally. Let's see what this game prep is. Not game prep. He's saying game prep. XP is looking like. Go to player progression. Let's see what we got here. Look at that. 14,355 XP. And that was just at the 150 mark for the running backs. So I think anything more than 150 is because think about it. When have you ever had this much XP, ever with the slide without the sliders, and that was just moving it up 50 points, so let's see, let's check this out. I'm gonna boost him, get his carrying up to a 90. So he doesn't fumble. His ball carrier vision is there. He's not really a power back like that, per se. So let's do this. Awareness up to a 90. Ball carrier vision. That's really important for running backs. Maybe some stiff arm. I should have boosted up his elusiveness. We'll do that next time around. Let's see what he looks like now. So at the end of the season, he went from a 77 to an 84, and I think that's reasonable. Like sometimes players do progress like that. So I think if you keep the sliders at maybe if you move it up to 150, it'll improve player progression. As you notice that he was Antonio Andrews was averaging 1,000. When I had it up to 300, he was averaging 1,000 a week. So I don't know how the computer started using him later. But he actually had 650 yards rushing, throughout the season. As a backup, 6 touchdowns, not bad. That's almost 1,000. It was halfway 1,000, So I thought he was quite productive. Had a productive season, but he ended up with 1,600 points. So I don't know. Let's see what the receivers look like. Kendall Wright got 8,000 at the end of the year, but his overall went up. It's 8,133. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Let's see if we boost him. He has catching traffic. He has route running. He has awareness. I guess we could boost his route running to about 90. Just get him open. He's catching traffic up to nice. Release. That's what we need to release. Route running stay the same. Just release up. So that would boost him to about what? To 86. So he went from 84 to 86. He was 83 at the beginning of the season. Let's see, Thurl Green Beckham. His catching is good. His route running is not that good. More so, I think he honestly needed more awareness than that route running. Give him some awareness. All right, so he's aware now. Semi-aware. He's basic awareness. I boosted him up to an 80. So he went from, I guess he started the season at 74, 70. I think it's about 75. Yeah, 75. So he's up to an 80 now. So that's not bad. It's pretty reasonable progress. You know, sometimes players develop into those type of players before they have a breakout year. See what kind of numbers he had. He had 847 yards receiving, which is almost 1,000 yards. Kendall Wright went over 1,000, and then I think that's pretty good. He was able to take a young player, a rookie, and make him a productive player, and he was real productive on the field. And I think he should have been rewarded the XP he got, and that still wasn't even that much. He only had like what 4,000, 5,000, so that's not bad. Defense, not too much on defense, but the players they actually progressed on their own. So I guess the computers, use some of the game prep XP and stuff like that. Let's see, Cersei. I don't know. Like I said, between the 150 to 200 range should be good. Anything that's above 200 is kind of like, all right, you guys. Are we being realistic now? Are we being realistic? But to each his own, man. Like I said, it depends on what you're looking to get out of it. Let's see, let me send it to the end of the season. Let's go into the off season. Send it to the off season. Get your game prep hours. You got your game prep hours. You get your production and goals on the field. And then you get your Pro Bowl and all that different stuff, XP for that. So let's see what we're looking at now. Let's see what we're looking at. I know I'm not the only person to get turned around in the menus though. All right, so look, Mariota finished the season with 12,000 XP, 78 overall. Let's boost him up and see what he got. So let's see his awareness. See, me personally, I would just boost this up to a 90, but his deep accuracy is kind of suspect, so I'm gonna try to improve that a little bit. Let's get to a 70. Awareness up to a 70. Let's get to a 75. Let's go 76. Mariota at now. Mariota's 83 overall, 78, but that's not even me changing the scheme. So scheme-wise, he'd probably be like, make him a mobile quarterback, he'd probably be like an 88, 90. End of the year, he ended up with a little more XP. See, so he went from 74 to 76. 28 speed. Yikes. Oh, you want to boost the consistency too, because this increases the amount of XP he gets per week. So I don't know, man. You guys, like I said, to each his own. I think personally, I believe that the slider should be between the 150 to 200, maybe 250 range. But if you got it at 300, it's kind of just like, all right, well, kind of doing a little bit too much. But like I said, it depends on what type of league you want to run. If you're a sim league, you want to maybe have it between the 150 to maybe 200 range, maybe 250. But if you're just a league where you guys just want to have fun, be able to increase boost players XP, make different transactions and stuff like that, and you just having fun with it, then it's not really as competitive. More so just the development of players and seeing how rookies come in and able to develop and stuff like that. Then you might want to go ahead, boost 300, have fun, live a little, So that's pretty much it, man. But the XP, like I said, I think it's a huge and great addition to the game. I wish they had it earlier so that we could have been able to use it in the leagues that are already going. But if you're looking to start a new one and you want to be able to use this new XP slider, more power to you, man. It's a great addition to the game, connect the franchise and stuff like that. I love it, So when Madden 17 comes out, I hope they already have it on there so you can kind of gauge where you want the XP to go and how you want the players to develop. But yeah, so we'll see how it goes. But Team Brian James, MaddenUnderground.com. Enjoy, fellas.